We look at the tail of the tape, not much in it really, height-wise, age-wise, record-wise. These two men are at the top of their game. This should be a great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen watching around the world, welcome to the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, England. The British Association of Mixed Martial Arts proudly brings you BAMMA 11, presented by GoDaddy.com. The following bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds for the BAMMA Lonsdale British Lightweight Championship. Introducing first, the man standing to my right and fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing at an even 155 pounds. He is a mixed martial artist with a record of 11 victories opposite 3 defeats, fighting out of Glasgow, Scotland, Stevie Raymond. Across the cage to my left and fights down the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, uneven 154 pounds. He's a mixed martial artist with a record of 9 victories opposite 3 defeats, fighting out of Luton, England, Dale the Hurricane. Neil Hall.
So Pierre, as you said, the atmosphere has really gone up a level here. Huge support for Dale Hardiman, the Hurricane, and at stake, the BAMMA lightweight title. And surely two worthy competitors when you look at their records.
Oh yeah, so the stakes have just gotten higher as soon as you put hardware on the line.
And first off, a high right roundhouse from Hardiman doesn't find the target. Ooh. And a left-hand attempt from Stevie Ray, and they clinch up immediately.
Good leg trip there by by Stevie Ray. Now, Dale Hardiman, he's very poised, like I said before. He's got a lot of patience. He's been in this situation before, nothing that he hasn't seen in his training up to this point.
And again, when it hits the ground, you look at their records, both men have 6 submission wins. They're both very comfortable there on the canvas.
But at the same time, you have to be just that little bit more careful so you don't get caught in a bad position. Both feet in the hip for Hardiman. Ray putting the topside pressure. Ray was trying to swing out the leg to possibly trap the right leg of Hardiman going into a potential half butterfly. He's using the head, pressing up against Hardiman's chin.
But Hardiman has that leg onto the thigh there of Stevie Ray.
Ray stacking his opponent, looking to possibly throw some punches down. Hardiman looking for a sweep. He has to be careful, because with that sweep, he could go straight into a leg lock. However, Hardiman hunting for a leg lock of his own. Possible heel hook here. Hardiman turns and rolls. He needs to keep rolling, take that pressure off that heel hook. And you see him wincing in pain.
I was going to say, Pierre, he's grimacing. That was quite tight. Dangerous moments here for Hardiman.
Now the problem is, if Hardiman keeps on rolling, sooner or later he's going to hit the cage, and he needs to go in that direction to release the pressure. And that looks sunk in very deep. Awkward angle at the knee there by Hardiman. And I tell you what, Stevie Ray is really putting a lot of pressure on Hardiman with that heel hook.
And it really would silence the crowd if that had worked this early in the fight with the BAMMA lightweight title at stake.
Now the pressure was on, as you can tell. Now look at this here. Immediately Stevie Ray goes into a better position. Hardiman looking to hike the legs up. Possible arm bar, triangle attempt here.
Yes, so far it's been all Steve Ray. He's taken the fight to Dale Hardiman.
Now, has he shown his cards too early, though? He went immediately for the takedown. Now, will Hardiman be more aware of this takedown, looking to sprawl or looking to get on his bicycle, get out of range?
Yes, Hardiman still looks composed. He still looks cool. As you said, he's been here before. He's been pressurized. And you can hear the crowd's response trying to inspire their man. Huge support for Hardiman here. But at the moment, you've got to say it's all Stevie Ray.
Now, Hardiman had his legs crisscrossed, allowing Stevie Ray to pass. However, immediately he goes back into a half guard position, open half. Ray is applying the shoulder pressure from that topside position. Looking to pass. He needs to clear that leg, get into that side mount position. That could be a game changer for Stevie Ray. However, Hardiman using his legs very effectively, barring him from getting out to that side position.
Now, I know pre-fight that you were asked for a prediction, and you did feel in favor slightly of Dale Hardiman, but you must say it's been very good sustained pressure from Steve Ray in this opening round.
I have him edging it out a little bit ahead with the heel hook as well as the takedown. However, Hardiman goes, and just as I say that, he goes for a sweep, and it ends up with him in. He's fighting for that mount position, looking to pass the leg now. He is swept. This is back and forth action here in the first round.
Well, as you'd expect with two men well versed in the submission arts.
Now it looks like he's possibly locked in that triangle. A step over, escape there by Stevie Ray. However, now it's a top side triangle. He switches over to arm bar.
He's still got time as well, Pierre. There is time in the round, but it looks like he's popped out Steve Ray. The last minute of the round, everything happening on the ground here.
Last 30 seconds, and it's been a back and forth battle here on the floor. However, bad position there for Hardiman. He's in that crucifix position. He needs to catch that cradle, get the hips close to his hips, buck one way, roll the other.
Because we can see some nasty ground and pound from, as we're just seeing here, from that crucifix position. The downward forearms and elbows. It's a cutting technique. We're into the last 10. He should get through it, but a big finish in this round for Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray impressive here in the first round, and I believe he just walked away with it with that crucifix position.
So, Pierre, at the end of the first round, and let's face it, it's the BAMMA British lightweight title at stake, and you've got to say, it's been all Stevie Ray.
Now looking at the replay, both men standing, inside leg kick. However, Stevie Ray closes the distance, looking for a double leg, hits the inside leg trip, and down comes Hardiman. And we have to say that Stevie Ray kept that top position, and this was dangerous times here for Dale Hardiman. The heel hook and the grimace on the face, he had to roll to relieve that pressure. It was a lot closer than you would believe here in that first round.
And then later in the round, it was Hardiman that almost had the armbar.
Yes, and it was a back and forth battle. And guys, I am super excited, as is the crowd here at BAMMA.
Now at the end of that first round, symbolically, Stevie Ray punched the air with both hands. And they say one way to silence the crowd is to get the ascendancy. Was that, do you think, a little bit of kidology by Ray there?
Definitely, and you know what? Again, it's a title fight. You have to do anything and everything. I'm always saying, let's do the small things to make the big things happen. And let's leave an impression on the judges. And a fist pump is definitely one way to do it.
So now they're upright once more. There wasn't much upright in the first round. They went to ground quickly and stayed there. It was lots of action, but it was all ground-based. Oh, but a big left hook from Hardiman. And you can hear the crowd's response, Pierre.
Nice sprawl, heavy hips down to the floor. Looking for maybe a 10-finger choke here. I can't see from this vantage point. Oh, nice control off the takedown from the knees by Stevie Ray. This young man is impressing me very much, just as well. Hardiman is still in it to win it, and however, he finds his back on the mat here in the second round.
And he finds it on the mat after a sweet left hook that set him up initially, but Ray is back in the attack mode.
Now, you think he may have rushed that a little bit too much?
I think Hardiman did see the daylight when he caught him with the left hook, and I think he's being punished for it now. Dangerous times for him again. And Steve Ray the transitions, Pierre. They're sweet.
Yep, he was in that front headlock position, transition to the back, has one hook in. Hardiman has a 2-on-1 with the hands. I can't see from this vantage point. Okay, Stevie Ray just biding his time. Again, he has one hook in. Look for him to settle in the other hook. And again, it slides in beautifully there. Hardiman's gonna have to peel off the hooks. And if he gets flattened out, that's a lot more pressure from the back. However, he's a veteran and immediately goes to the side where there's less pressure.
Yes, but testing times for him again. Steve Ray, very impressive in these opening 2 rounds. And he's taken his opportunities well as well, Pierre. I mean, as we said, this came from adversity from him. It came from a left hook that not only did he take well, but he recovered very quickly and started the offensive again.
Yeah, he recuperated a lot faster than I think Hardiman anticipated, because immediately he went in for the kill. And I don't know if Stevie Ray was playing possum, but it resulted with Hardiman on his back. Once again, Stevie Ray in that mount position.
And got what he wanted, the back again. Dangerous times once more for Dale Hardiman.
Now I'm seeing a trend in the back mount. A lot of times, used to before, when you catch that back mount, you would immediately roll onto your own back. However, a lot of fighters are opting stay on that top side position when you have that back mount, just because there's less room to escape. Not only that, you can put a lot more pressure when you Superman your opponent out. He's carrying the full weight as you're hunting for that submission.
That's right, so we're inside the final 2 minutes of round 2. And whether it's been upright or on the ground, it's been riveting, Pierre. And 2 men at the top of their game and worthy of this British lightweight title.
Both men deserve to be in the cage fighting for this honor. But again, Stevie Ray looking impressive, and he's the one that's been forcing the issue here on the ground, taking the back of Hardiman multiple times as well as multiple takedowns.
Hardiman turns there, and the pressure's relieved slightly. But I think he'll be shocked by these opening 2 rounds and how much Steve Ray has made him work.
Hardiman going for that elbow escape. However, Stevie Ray from that top position, grapevine sprawling him out, flattening him out. Stevie Ray crawling up into that dominant position, full mount, high knees. Looking to throw strikes, elbows down through the middle. Nice
head movement there from Hardiman to make that difficult for Steve Ray. It may look good from the bleachers at the back, but up close, Hardiman took nothing there.
Now, Stevie Ray has to be careful when he's throwing down the punches from that full mount. Hardiman puts both arms together, elbows up. You don't want to break your hand. What I would suggest to do, pin the elbows to one side, strike to the clear side of the face, or hack him down with the elbows.
That's what Ray tried there, but Hardiman's got a good defense of that face so far. But with 30 seconds to go, if we think the first round was close, but possibly Ray, the second round is more in favor of Ray quite clearly.
Yeah, I think he did enough to edge the first round, and in the second round, he's just walking away with it.
Yes, so going into round 3 very shortly, we have Steve Ray, the Braveheart from Scotland, probably 2 rounds to the good. And a dominant performance against a very, very strong, well-rated fighter as well. So Pierre, your pre-fight prediction, possibly a win for Hardiman. It's certainly not going that way at the moment.
Well, and you'll see why here with the replays. Stevie Ray paying no attention to my prediction, obviously, as he comes out. Left hook wobbles him, and Hardiman immediately following up. But other IDs by Stevie Ray, he shoots in. Now, it was a good sprawl there by Hardiman. However, he needed to get off the front line. He needed to circle out. Good shoulder and leg takedown there by Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray pops the head out, and this is where he just absolutely took over with the top side, just ground and pound, taking the back multiple times. Great round for Stevie Ray.
The other thing that replay showed clearly was how quickly he recovered from that left hand. His eyes were focused and sharp again, and that was a solid shot, Pierre.
It just shows that he deserves to be in there. He's a veteran. He didn't crumble during adversity. He stepped up, and again, walking away with that last round.
And again goes for the sprawl, and why not? He has had real success on the ground. So his confidence must be growing, and again, didn't waste time in standing up with Hardiman this time.
Hardiman opted to strike. He got timed by Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray dumped him, looking again for a possible trying to go into crucifix, pinning that elbow down, but opts for a side mount instead. He has the arm trapped. I mean, I can't fault him for anything that he's doing here tonight, Malcolm.
On the reverse of the coin, what has Hardiman got to do to get back into this fight? We're talking about a top-class opponent here who's at the moment being owned by Steve Ray.
Well, on the stand-up, I think he needs to keep it stand-up. However, Hardiman is not using the footwork to stay out of range and out of the front line of Stevie Ray.
He slipped out of the back door there, though, Pierre.
Now, however, Stevie Ray backs out.
But the success-starved fans of Dale Hardiman loved that escape and cheered him on once more. Incredible atmosphere for Hardiman here.
Now, Stevie Ray is just waiting to time that next shot. Hardiman needs to work the angles, get on his bicycle, set up the shots.
His chin was just clipped there, and then the takedown again from Ray.
What I love about Ray's takedowns, he goes in for the kill on the takedown, and he doesn't just rest. He goes immediately to pass the legs, and he's always trying to get into that side mount position or another dominant position.
But every time they do this, the fight slips a little bit more away from Dale Hardiman.
Yeah, and he's down 2 rounds. So he's going to have a sense of urgency. He needs to get back up to his feet, whether it be pushing his back up against the cage crawling up to his feet, circling out, but he needs to make something happen.
Now, for the first time in the fight, the referee wants to see more from Steve Ray while he's on the ground there. He hasn't had that problem previously.
Well, Steve Ray has had a high output, a high work rate, and it's only understandable that he may be getting a little tired.
And don't forget, another thing in the equation, only one of his fights has ever gone the full distance.
So he's going to be tested here for the lightweight BAMMA British title. And if you look at the head, the forearms, he's constantly grinding Hardiman in that bottom position. He's getting him thinking about that while he tries to pop up onto his toes, swing the knee out, getting into that side mount position. He's always doing something to try to take off. It's like a chess match. He moves a pawn in order to take your king with another piece.
Yes, and the little body shots to soften Hardiman up. They won't be hurtful, but again, giving him something else to think about. As if he hasn't had enough to think about tonight already, as we're inside the final 2 minutes of round 3.
And even if he doesn't knock Hardiman out, he's still racking up the points.
Now we're at a stage where Hardiman needs something big in this round, or 3 rounds will have just evaded him.
And a testament to Stevie Ray, this is the first time on the ground or even stand-up that I've seen Dale Hardiman tested to this extent. In past performances, he's been really dominant on both the stand-up as well as the ground game, hence his contention for the title.
That's right, a BAMMA veteran of BAMMA 7 and BAMMA 9. This is his stomping ground, but Stevie Ray has really come to take this title.
If you don't know the name Stevie Ray after tonight, you will definitely remember it after a performance like that. Now, is the ref calling a stand-up?
And Steve Ray still looks strong, no sign of gassing yet. His fights don't go the distance, but his cardio still looks good.
Another takedown attempt, defended, knee up through the middle, right uppercut, just missing.
Glimpses of what we expect, though, from Hardiman. The knee, the short right hand. Oh, and a big right hand, Pierre, but Ray takes it like it didn't land.
But his MO, take a shot, shoot up and underneath, and resulting in the takedown.
That right hand was better than the left hook earlier, and Ray just soaks it up. Right, so this is on a knife edge. We'll be back straight after this break.